seemed weird.
Historians will call them best friends, roommates,
Lovers.
We're not whisperers. In our sorority, during meetings, we sat right next to each other and we would get in trouble because we were giggling.
Yeah, we're big giggle girls.
We're just going to yap into the microphone and hope you enjoy it.
Hey, so I feel like we haven't caught up for a bit. And when I say a bit, I mean since yesterday. But I am very behind on what's happening with your 17 kittens.
Yesterday we did catch up via FaceTime because we got ready together via FaceTime. I'm cutting that. Okay. But you did ask about my 17 kittens.
Yes, what is going on? How many did you actually adopt? And maybe you could give us a rundown on like the timeline and why you adopted 17 kittens.
No, I'm actually going to choose to stay quiet about that. No, that was a joke. I enjoy jokes.
Yeah.
This year was it May, I started fostering. I think it was May.
Yes.
I decided that I wanted to get Coupon a friend by the end of the year, so I had my eye on some kittens. But the first group I didn't want to keep any of them. Then the second group came along, and you'll recall that was the summer wean litter.
I loved the summer wean litter.
And on the way home, even though they were spicy, which means semi-feral.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant something else. Thank you for informing me.
And you're welcome.
Yeah, I thank you so much.
On the car ride home, Seance was immediately so sweet to me. I knew I wanted to keep her, and Shriek hated my guts, which made me want to keep her as well. There's something very special about shy kitties that make you earn their love. It's heaven on earth.
Yeah, and maybe you could talk to your therapist about that.
I will not be choosing to do that. I haven't seen her in a while.
Okay, no, we don't have to get into that right now.
And let's explore that. Who was after the summer wean?
Well, I am not the person to ask.
Yeah. The potato. No, potatoes was before them. Was it bottle babies? I think it was bottle babies, because I've had the bottle babies for a long time.
You have.
And with the rest of the summer wean litter, I just didn't really connect with them, and I truly did not want more than 3 cats. So I kept Seance, Shriek, and then Soup. Do you know Soup?
I do, yes.
Also, should we tell them where we are?
Oh, yes, we are coming live from a very special place. This is Potroastmom's grandmother's house.
It's the North Pole.
Ho, ho, ho.
So I was only planning to have 3 cats.
Which is a good number.
Yes.
I don't want to insinuate that having more than 3 cats is a lot. So I won't say anything else.
So I'm just going to say it with my eyes.
So I'm just going to stop right there.
And then the bottle babies, they were a litter of 7.
Mm-hmm.
But I only got 3 because they have to be fed like every 3 hours. It's just very hard to take care of 7 bottle babies. So they split the litter between me and another woman. And I actually really immediately liked Crunch, who was the buff-colored kitten. He was a male kitten.
No, I think you kept that from me.
Yeah, you can see why. No, not really. But as I got to know their little personalities and they grew and like developed big personalities, I was so much more obsessed with Crackle. She has this huge overbite. And she just is kind of a chunker. She was always such a good eater. She had zero problems latching onto the bottle. And I just became totally obsessed with her. And then we did go back and forth on a fourth cat.
Me and you?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Where you took none of my advice.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. That's very true. Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I decided 4 cats. I will not have 5. I won't have 5.
And I just don't believe her. So, you guys shouldn't believe her, and I will not believe her.
Yeah, I have 4 litter boxes right now. And that's plenty.
So tell us about that. So whenever you have cats, they all get their own litter box.
Yes. Yes. The rule is you're supposed to have 1 litter box for each cat, plus an extra litter box. So I'm getting ready to move again because I think I told you guys that I put an offer in on a house and it's accepted. We haven't.
You did? I'm just kidding, I knew.
Yes, I did. So I think when I move, I'll set up a 5th litter box because the litter boxes are going to go in the basement, which will be very exciting. There's a small little part of the basement is finished, so that's where the litter boxes will go.
That will be awesome.
Right now, the litter boxes are in the guest bedroom, and so it's not really fit for a human to stay there because no one wants to sleep with 4 litter boxes.
Yeah, I've actually never spent the night because of that exact reason.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the last time we spent the night together.
A really long time. Do you think it was college?
Yes.
Really?
Have we been on any sort of trip since then?
I don't think so. I'm wondering if you've ever stayed at my parents' house. Maybe then.
Yeah.
So several years.
I specifically remember because her mom came in at 9:30 p.m. and asked if we wanted Taco Bell, and I've never had that experience.
Yeah, it's a frequent experience in my parents' household,
Yeah.
which I appreciate and love.
You're just feeling your face. Gosh. That was
What was
embarrassing.
What does your dad drink? I feel like I've never seen him with a beverage in his hand.
A multitude of beverages, actually. Green tea, caffeine-free Pepsi, Gatorade, water. Okay, what about you? Throughout the whole day, what are you drinking? Actually, should I guess? Okay, I'll start.
Yes. Yes, you should get.
You start your day with a crisp iced coffee.
I was actually gonna say I start with a glass of water.
That is such a lie. Do not believe her. Okay, I start with a glass of water.
I start with a glass of water.
Oh, I thought she was telling me I couldn't say that. You know, there's some things I'm gonna, can we start?
Tell them about how you always say my name a million times in the video and I have to cut it out.
It's so hard because I've known her for such a long time. And so, yes, I normally say her name a lot. And then it gives her a lot of extra work to cut it out.
When you were talking about our location being here at my grandmother's house, maternal grandmother, I really thought you were going to say my first name's grandmother's house.
I was going to, but then there's this look in her eye, so I did not, because I'm getting really good at making YouTube videos. Soon I'll be hired on full time, I think, and I can quit my job.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. So anyways, back
start with water, and I'll tell you why. Because I have pills next to my bed, and I drink a whole glass of water when I take my morning pills.
Okay, I believe it, but I am surprised. You know, you learn something new about your friends every day. Okay, so a glass of water, a crisp iced coffee,
Crisp iced coffee.
and then that's kind of where I stop. I think you'll have some more water.
Yes, I do sometimes in an effort to balance my blood sugar, because sometimes I'll only do the iced coffee and then I feel terrible. I will have a box of apple juice. The kids, no sugar added apple juice.
If anybody watching this is a dietitian, a nutritionist, someone fact check that, because I don't think I believe it. And then occasionally you'll have a soda. But let me think about what kind of soda you would order. Would you have a Diet Coke?
No, I haven't had Diet Coke since I stopped drinking alcohol. But did you know this year what I started doing like a crazy person?
Getting a root beer float.
That's not the crazy thing. I love root beer floats. I will easily have that without feeling weird about it. I started drinking like a can of Coke, like high octane, not Diet Coke.
I think sugar is better for you than the chemicals. I mean, there's probably chemicals in a normal Coke. I think that's fine. If I'm going to have a soda, what do you think that I would have? Do not get this wrong, or I will have to leave this house immediately.
I really want to say you don't drink soda. You would have like a Red Bull or a Powerade.
I have to leave. I mean, I do love a Red Bull, but only like on a road trip. Okay, if I'm going to have a Red Bull, what flavor Red Bull am I having?
If you think I know the flavors of Red Bull, you've lost it completely.
They came out with these tropical flavors, so they don't taste like Red Bull. They're just like flavors, and they have a really good one. The watermelon one is so good.
You know what? I was going to say watermelon. I just didn't want to be wrong.
Well, you should have taken the risk, probably. Okay, and then yeah, so you'll have a soda, maybe, and then just water.
And then just water. Although I am pretty bad about my regular root beer floats. I love a root beer float. I do. Breyer's vanilla ice cream and not, is it mug root beer?
A&W.
No, I think it's the mug root beer because it's the mini cans and it's caffeine free.
You know, I'm like extra surprised that you're making the root beer float yourself and you're not door dashing it.
I don't have DoorDash money since I'm buying a house. I actually don't have anything money since I'm buying a house.
Yeah, we're both buying a house actually. And so yeah, we're both trying not to DoorDash anymore.
Talk about your housing journey because it is in a different city.
Oh yeah, I just moved to a new city and I'm looking at a house. I'm looking at a lot of houses. I think I've looked at over 20, 28, and we are still on the journey. But there's a lot of options right now. Like there's a lot of houses just sitting on the market. And so
That's the market.
that's the market. That was a good diagram. And so yeah, I'm just still on the hunt. I'm not as lucky as some who have already found a house that they love and adore.
But you're also looking for pretty specific stuff, right?
Yes, I would love a bathtub in the master, which that seems crazy, but when you're buying a house, and there's a lot of houses out there, you can kind of look for whatever you want. Yeah, I want a nice backyard, at least 3-bed, 2-bath, which is really funny because I lived in a 600 square foot apartment for 3 years, and now here I am demanding 1,800 square feet. What I will do with that, I have no idea, but it will be mine.
Store your clothing and your shoes.
Yes, I just bought 2 new pairs of shoes today that I didn't need.
Black Friday.
It's a gimmick, but they got me.
Capitalism has infiltrated our brains.
It has for a very long time now. It's all we really know. Yeah.
What I was going to say about the bathtub is a freestanding bathtub is like the height of luxury.
I know, it feels so luxurious. And we love baths in the winter. I don't know how people get by without taking a bath in the winter. And reading. I need to get back into reading. Yeah. How has your reading journey been going?
Amazing. I think I've only talked about it on Patreon. Did you know I have a Patreon?
No, what is Patreon? Do tell.
It's a subscription. No, I'm just kidding. I think I've only talked about it on Patreon, but my favorite series is the Horde King series by Zoe Draven. It's like barbarian romance on an alien planet.
Do you think that I would like that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
But Zoe Draven did a spin-off series of the same alien race on the same planet 200 years later. And the first book of that came out on November 27th, which was 2 days ago as of filming this.
I think the 27th was Thanksgiving, which was yesterday, right?
I think yes.
I will say that Monday will be the 2nd. So if we backtrack, today's Friday. Okay, so 2 days ago.
So that is, I have only read a few pages. I tried to read last night, but my eyes hurt and I was so tired. But I'm so excited to read that because that world that Zoe Draven created is like actually heaven.
How many books are in the series?
The Horde King series had 5 books, I believe.
I just can't. I'm not a big series book person. I've started a few, and by book 2 or 3, I'm just kind of over it. I'm not sure if that's because I'm reading the wrong series or if I'm just not a series person. What I am really excited about is the Fourth Wing and Iron Flame series. The 3rd book is coming out in January. I'm on pre-order. So, that's exciting.
Has the blurb and the title been revealed for the 3rd book?
Well, if I was a big enough fan, I probably should know that.
How embarrassing you don't know that.
Don't tell my friends. But I am excited. I'm thinking about maybe in December reading Fourth Wing and Iron Flame again. So I'm prepped in January for it to come out. I think that could get me back into my reading game because I haven't been very into it.
Yeah.
My sister gave me like 10 books yesterday though to try to read. You know the ACOTAR series? Did you ever read that?
Yeah. We've talked about it because you would not go past the first one because you hated Tamlin. And I think that's an amazing take.
But you've read it all.
Yeah, but I read it in 2020 when I was really going through some stuff. I don't think I could sit through it now.
I think it's 6 books. But my sister read it in like literally a week. She loved it so much, and I'm just having a hard time. I got through book 1, but I did not want to. But I'm gonna give the 2nd book a go again, and then I'm gonna move on to some like Christmas, beach read type books for December.
Yes. Some like holiday romance. They do novellas, which are like shorter than books, you know.
It's really funny because I have not read a single book in the past maybe 2 months, and I have just now on this committed to reading Iron Flame and Fourth Wing, and then I'm gonna read a bunch of Christmas books in the month of December. Who do I think I am?
And finish the 5 ACOTAR books that you have not finished.
Yeah, so
And that has to be done by the end of the year. We will make sure of it.
yeah. I'm gonna really get to work on that. If TikTok would just stop consuming my brain, I could maybe read. But sometimes TikTok is so much more fun than reading.
excited for this Horde King book, and then it's fun to have like a book to wait for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta find the next book that's coming out that I want to read.
Have you read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame?
I have paper copies of them, but I've become such a Kindle girl. I don't read much paper books anymore because, yeah, I'm just like addicted to my Kindle, especially because my eyes are going bad. And so I make the Kindle font enormous. And I don't know if you know this, you can't do that on a paper book.
I had no idea. Why do you think your eyes are going bad? Is it from all the caffeine? From the coffee?
That's a rich caffeine comment coming from you, because when we were in college, Potroast's aunt would slam Red Bulls and what was the name of the alcohol that went with it? Jägermeister.
Tequila.
And one time she had to get a heart monitor from her doctor because she was having such intense heart arrhythmias, or what was it? Palpitation.
But I would like to say that I think that was from anxiety and not the Red Bull.
I have to imagine the Red Bull did play into that, but anxiety, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, ask my doctor.
I am your doctor.
That would be awesome if that were true.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you went to engineering school. Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, so sad.
But I'm trying to think of what other books I've been excited about recently.
Well, what about TV shows? Have you been watching anything?
Yes, okay, I just got back on my grandma's Netflix. Big, huge sleigh.
How did you even do that? Because Netflix locked like everybody out. You know, like only like, or maybe you get two logins or something.
I think she got confused and paid for the family package. And so now I use my deceased grandfather's Netflix profile. But anyways, there is a show with Ted Danson, I think.
I have no idea who that is.
And neither do I. I'm pretty sure that's not even right, but it's called A Man on the Inside on Netflix, and it is so good.
Should I watch it?
It is kind of like, not like Parks and Rec, but
Like that kind of dry humor?
yes,
Oh, I would like that.
you really would. And it has a lot of the cast from Superstore. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
I like Superstore. And Ted Danson and one other person from The Good Place, and I love The Good Place.
I've also never watched that, and I should try that show. And then that show, Ted Lasso, is that the name of the show? Everyone keeps telling me I should try that show. Have you seen that?
No, I have not. The Good Place is really, really good. I think you should watch that. The twist at the end of the first season is like,
What was that show that me and you used to love to watch, but then it got like really scary? Like Good Girls or something?
yes, Good Girls with the girl with the red hair and the guy who was hot, but then it got like really anxiety inducing.
Yeah, did you ever finish it? I did not.
No, I quit when you quit because I was scared.
Oh, it was such a good show, but it got really weird.
It really did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also have been watching St. Dennis Medical. There's only 3 episodes out right now, and I really don't like waiting for a new one every week. But at the same time, so much of happiness is having something to wait for.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I'm gonna burp.
Go ahead. It never came.
What are you watching?
I'm watching the current season of Below Deck Sailing Yacht. Yes, if you've ever been wanting to get into reality television, which I know a lot of people do, I know a lot of people are like, what show could I watch so that I could really dive headfirst into reality TV? I would start with Below Deck. It's really good. And it's not like super drama It's about a cast or a crew of people that work on a super yacht. So you get to see how like these super rich people live, but then you also get to see like the drama of the crew. It's a good one. But yeah, I just watch reality TV, so I have no good TV recommendations actually.
I know you used to really love Vanderpump Rules.
Yes, the Vanderpump Rules drama. Have you heard? Yeah, so Vanderpump Rules. I think they filmed about 12 seasons, maybe, and they're actually just putting out a brand new cast this coming year because the show really did hit like a point where it was just kind of all the storylines were tied up, and so every single cast member is being retired, and they're starting fresh with a whole new cast. So that I think that I'm excited about that, just because the old show really was played out. So it'll kind of be like a brand new show, honestly, to start watching.
And is that the one that's filmed in a restaurant?
Yeah, that was the beginning of it. Yeah, Lisa Vanderpump had all those restaurants in LA. Yeah, so yeah.
Feels like the Vanderpump people went other places, right? Like, didn't one go on Southern Charm? Or am I wrong?
You're combining Southern Charm and Summer House, which are two of my other favorite shows. I know I really have no good TV recommendations. I have seen a few movies lately, which, isn't very like me. I can't remember the names of them. Neither were that good.
Did you see Wicked?
No, I don't even know what Wicked is.
Wicked is the prequel to The Wizard of Oz. So it's about Glinda the Good Witch and Elphaba. I honestly don't know how they relate, but I know that it's set in like Oz. And so it's the story before Dorothy shows up.
Okay, that makes more sense. I have seen the TikTok. Glinda, Elphaba, Glenda, Elphaba. I'm a good witch. You're a bad witch. We're witches. So I've seen that. I don't think I'll watch that. It's like almost 3 hours long. That sounds long.
It does. Have you seen the TikTok? Like any of the TikToks of them doing the press tour?
Yes, and there's a lot of interesting takes on Ariana Grande and who's the other lady?
Oh no.
Whoever plays Elphaba. That's okay.
Why can I not think of her name? What is it?
I don't know. But yes, and what's the controversy? Oh my gosh. Controversy. Is it that, like, they're acting really weird in these press interviews, right?
Yes, I think the one that I became really obsessed with was when there was an interviewer. I'm now going to do a single woman show where I act out the entire interview for you.
Okay.
Interviewer mode. So recently, people have been taking the song Defying Gravity and really holding space for that. Lady who plays Elphaba, who I feel so bad I can't remember her name. I didn't know that was happening. I didn't know that was happening. No, then she goes, that's what I wanted. And then Ariana goes, and then she reaches over, just holds one finger.
Oh, of Ariana's finger.
No, Ariana reaches over and holds one finger.
Okay.
And then again, Elphaba goes, I didn't know that was happening. And then the interviewer goes, I've seen it.
And they're talking about people holding space for a song. Yeah, I don't get that. But, okay.
Yeah.
Isn't this about like method acting or something? Is that the term where people, actors and actresses will be their characters outside of scenes as well to really get into character? Is that method acting, I think? Is that what they're doing, maybe?
That is method acting, but I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they just became like super duper best friends during the filming. They have 5 matching tattoos.
And we don't have a single one.
If I did get a tattoo, I would get a like 90s tramp stamp.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Or, I think knuckle tats could be fun. say, maybe mine would say like potroastmom. And then maybe I'd have a QR code on the inside of my hand, and it would be a link to your TikTok, and actually, it would be a link to your Patreon.
Now that's one of the best ideas I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's why I'm your best friend and companion.
And I think if you're serious about this, you need to put the QR code on the outside, because I don't see you waving at a lot of people, but I do see you like doing stuff where they see the outside of your hand.
Well, I'm very friendly, so I do wave a lot. You just wouldn't know that because you refuse to move into my neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm bravely deciding not to move to Oklahoma.
I didn't think you were supposed to tell people where I lived. What if they find me?
I'm sorry I told you that she lives in a state.
I do feel like I've maybe said this before to your friends, but
Friends and ex-lovers.
yeah, the two out there. My biggest flaw is that I do not understand geography.
Yeah, that's what I would say is the big one for sure.
Yeah, I know it's bad.
I think it's just part of being an American is not understanding where stuff is.
I thought you were gonna say I just thought, and then you were gonna share what you thought my biggest flaw was.
No, I'll save that for after filming wraps up.
It's like that TikTok trend we were talking about earlier, where it's like we listen and we don't judge, and then people say like really mean things to their partners that I don't think I could move past some of the things that these people are saying to each other. It feels so mean.
Yeah, I do want to do one right now, though.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. Impromptu time to hurt my feelings.
We listen and we don't judge. I am finally ready to admit that in the year 2013, the morning, I can't remember what month it was, we drove to Sonic because we were really hungover, and I told you that I got confused and blacked out in the back seat, and that's why I ate your chili dog. I'm ready to say I did not get confused, and I did not black out. I was just kind of hungry and rude back then.
That's hilarious because let me set the scene. We're extremely hungover and we go to Sonic and I get a chili cheese coney footlong.
Which I do not even like. I don't like chili. I don't like a foot long. Like, I don't know why I ate it.
There's a joke there, I think. Anyways, I'm driving the car. You're in the back seat. I eat half of it and then I save.
Shelby was driving the car. You were in the front seat.
These details truly do not matter. You were in the back seat and I saved half of my footlong for later because in college we literally had no money. So I was purposely saving the footlong for later. By the time we get home, the footlong is not in the back seat. It's literally nowhere to be found. And I thought I was going crazy. I was like, I put this footlong in the back seat. And that was that. And I was like, you ate it. And you were like, no, I did not. Okay, so you did eat it. Well, it's good. I'm glad you got that off your chest. Because now that it's 11 years later, I don't care.
Almost 12 years later.
And I'll buy you a footlong if you'd like.
And you will have to.
Yeah, I'm there for you.
Do you have any we listen and we don't judge?
Oh, I wish I would have prepared. Let me think. Because the concept is that these are things
You don't know.
that you don't know that I do, but relating to both of us.
Yeah, so the one I saw was, do you know when I insisted that we keep the our son's birthday party decoration on the ceiling? It's because I put a hole up there accidentally, and I was hiding the hole from you.
I'm not a very deceitful person. So I can't come up with many.
And that's just another one of your flaws. I do wish you lied more.
I know, I'm just so honest. It's hard. It's hard some days, but I do persevere for the both of us. There was that other trend on TikTok that I thought was so mean about couples. Oh, I'm blanking on it now. What was that?
The trends that couples do on TikTok are awful.
Like, you know, the cheating ones?
No.
Yeah, like, it's like, excuse me, I think I developed allergies at the ripe age of, where it's like these couples that TikTok together, right? That's their brand. And they'll do funny pranks about cheating on each other. That's not funny.
Not funny.
Like, that would ruin the trust in a relationship, I think. Now, as two people who are both not really in relationships, who's to say? But, you know, I am here to judge.
And me as well.
Yeah, those are never good.
Did you see, this was awful, the trend of like, will you go make me a cup of coffee?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I forgot about that one.
If you know your spouse hates your guts, why would you ask them for something and then film their meltdown?
And then post it on TikTok.
Literally.
Yeah, that was along the same lines as the whole would you peel an orange for me? And people, I think it's funny when their partners get mad or just won't do it or whatever. Like, they think it's funny. But it's like, well, I do feel like if you were in a nice, good relationship, your partner would probably peel an orange for you. Or grab you a cup of coffee. Yeah. TikTok's a weird place.
It really is. And it's very scary towards us sometimes. It's frightening in our direction.
Yes. All I can say to that is yes.
You get it. There is actually a blue-green glow coming off your glasses from this angle. And you know what it made me think of? Avatar.
It's because the green lights are on my side of the mic.
Oh my god, you're a genius.
I know, I'm not good at geography, but I am smart, I swear. Yeah.
You're good at geological stuff though, right? Because I remember in college you had to take classes about rocks.
Yeah, I got a minor in geology, but don't ask me about that now. You know, I don't know.
I saw, maybe it was a tweet or some sort of like graphic on Instagram, but a guy talked about during his geology final he took recreational substances and he got like an A plus because he used his tongue to identify the rocks, like he just licked them.
No, that's a real thing. Taste.
That's banana. And you weren't gonna list that as one of your flaws, is okay with licking rocks.
Well, just some rocks. I don't know how. Yeah, they taste different. They taste salty. So that's why you can identify them. But yeah, I probably want to list geology as like a thing I'm good at. Yeah. I would list baking.
Putting outfits together, you have great style.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
I'm a sweetie angel.
It's just because I love to spend money on clothes. Okay, let me name some good things about you. This will be fun.
That could take hours.
Do you guys have time or? Okay, they have time. They said they're good. Okay, good things about you. Wow, actually, I'm so bad at coming up with things on the spot. So, like, why would I insist on doing this right now? Okay, good things about you.
Listen. And I remember every single thing you tell me.
I was thinking that earlier in this conversation. She has a very good memory. Like, very, very good. And one, because you're present when we talk. And you just have a good memory. That's like a really good thing about you. Yeah. I mean, a really good and really bad at times. You know, sometimes you don't want
was useful because when you were moving out of Denver, you said to me, Potroast Mom, I'm scared if I pack my TV remotes in my little pod, the entire thing will catch on fire. So I really need you to remember that I put my TV remotes in the glove compartment of my car.
I mean, truly, why would you expose me like that right now to everybody?
Because I remember where the TV remotes are.
That's true, and I honestly forgot. And I opened my glove box the other day. I know. And I opened my glove box the other day and I saw them, but I know that you'll remember. Yeah, that's a really good thing about you. Yeah, that's a great thing about you. And I really like that you have 4 cats.
No, you love that I have 4 cats.
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys for being here. I really enjoyed talking to you. I feel kind of neutral about talking to.
Yeah, that's what someone would say, that when they talk to me every single day of their lives.